Hello everybody and welcome to the Coach Oak Show on Coach Oak TV. You are here with Coach Oak himself, head coach of your Iki Town in Cineroar. Anyways, we're gonna do a little post-com of a lot of battles, so this one's, as you've probably already seen from the timing, probably gonna be a little long. So jump around if you wish, stick around if you wish, but we're gonna go through post-coms of every battle I had in the March Madness tournament. First we'll go through my team quickly. The big aspect of the team was just, as you know, I'm retiring soon, as soon as PCBL season finishes, so this was really my last chance to use a lot of mons. We had an extension in PCBL and March break, so I was off for a week, because it's hard to supply teach when there's no kids in school. So we had the chance to go in and had enough time that we could jump in and do some battles here. So we have Mew, who I've never used and always wanted to. Garchomp, absolutely the same thing, and I used in draft. Zeraora I only used once, and it was before it was technically even released. Melodic, never used as well. Amoonguss, never had a chance to use. Fortress, never had a chance to use, all I thought was very good in theory. Moltres, always been trying to use, never really worked out. And Scrafty, same thing. This team went through a lot of different modes and that. For those of you who know me well, this team is very far removed from what I normally run. Hyper aggro setup and weather trick room type teams. Those are kind of more my style. Or like terrain wars on bird and things like that. This is not that. This is a decent balanced team. It has no fairy type, which I was a little concerned about. The last few mons there was so much debate in my head over which ones. Really thought about Azu instead of Melodic. There was a whole lot of stuff that went through my mind with the team, but this is the team we went with. And overall, I'm fairly happy with it. We'll talk at the end briefly, if I remember, about who I liked and who I didn't. But you can see our first pool here. We have Leo, Shuckle King, Rio, Hiyamaru, I think. Bridgemouth. You can see there are leagues, there's team names down there. First battle we're going to jump into is against Leo, Garchomp, Torrentine, Mega Diancie, Metagross, Roserade, Swampert, Mesprit, and the Vullaby. So let's jump up. This is what I brought. We'll go through quick. Rock MZ Garchomp with the Rock Slide, the Stone Edge. Probably should have been Stone Edge, but oh well. But really it was for Z Sandstorm. So we had Sands Veil, Outrage, Earthquake. So that was kind of the idea, was Z Sandstorm, and if I needed just to pop something, I could see Rock Slide as well. But the hope was kind of the sweep. Assault Vest, Moogus, Giga Train, Sludge Bomb, Hidden Power Ice, and Foul Play. You can do a decent amount of damage to a lot of his stuff, as well as take those special hits really, really well. Zeraora, Expert Belt, Volt Switch, Iron Tail, Hidden Power Ice, Knockoff. Pretty sure I ran those same 4 moves a lot this tour, but that's what we ran. Mixed offensive speed, I don't remember what all the spreads are for, so any of those cases, I just can't tell you right now. Moltres, Power Herb, Solar Beam with Agility, Fire Blast, and Hurricane. It's always risky to hit, but boy, it can do some damage. Moltres, that's a Mew. Mew, Flash Cannon, Ice Beam, Roost, and U-Turn. And this is the one I do remember. The Flash Cannon will KO regular offensive Diancie, so not a ton of bulk with that. So that's the amount of special attack that's in there. Melodic, Scald, Ice Beam, Hidden Power Grass, Recover with a Rindo Berry, and it does a Marvel Scale. So in case I got Toxic, it's pretty defensive. And yeah, that's the team. So we can see he brings Roserade, Garchomp, Mesprit, Swampert, and Torrentine, and Mega Diancie. I wasn't expecting both Swampert and Garchomp. I have Ice Beam and some grass moves on a lot of things, because I wasn't sure which one, but so we see he does bring both, which is Zeraora doesn't particularly appreciate, but other than that, it's not the worst thing in the world. No, I can't do those things. Go slow. I'm going to go ahead and lead with Zeraora. Kind of trying to bait in the Garchomp, to be honest. But I see the Mesprit, and I know I can just knock that off. That was kind of what I expected to be here. I was going to knock off, find out if Garchomp was Z or not right away. He's going to U-turn, now I'm going to Garchomp. I'm going to go ahead and risk it and just Hidden Power Ice. This was a roll. Most people aren't expecting them as offensive Zeraora, so do get the kill. I was willing to risk it to find out if he was A, Scarf, or B, find out how bulky he was. So that was why I was risking Zeraora, because he had the both ground types. I was willing to risk it really early, because I felt okay about being able to deal with Torn other ways. So we can see he starts to lay up some Sludge Bombs. He's gonna kind of get the lead on my Moongus, so I reach in out. He's Synthesis as I go with Mew. Okay, so we're kind of, nothing really happened there. We're gonna U-turn with Mew on the Rosemary, expecting to leave. He goes into Mesprit. I'm going into Moltres, expecting him to leave and go into Diancie. I go into Garchomp. Now this was stupid. I did actually fully expect him to go on this, but for some reason in my head at that moment went, oh, Garchomp's faster, it's fine. It's not who I should have gone into, expecting Diancie. I should have gone into a Moongus. Yeah, there was no real reason not to, because that was what I predicted, and it came true. I just didn't really do it. And it should have been fine against Mesprit, most Mesprits, I believe. He's going to drop my special attack as I come in on Moonblast, which is annoying, a little bit, but we're going to switch back out after Torn comes in. Into our Melodic, it's our Spadef, it's set up to deal with this. We're going to go ahead and Ice Beam, do a good chunk of damage as he misses a Hurricane. He's going to go back out into Mesprit. I'm going to Ice Beam again. He's going to get that regen. I'm going to, I believe, just Ice Beam again, because now it would kill Mesprit. If he Marvel Skill me, I get boosted defense. Not the worst thing in the world. So he's going to go in Road Raid. I have the Rhino Berry, so I'm not afraid just to keep firing, sitting in here and firing up Ice Beams. Even Life Orb Leaf Storm will not kill me with the Rhino Berry. It will do a lot, but I feel okay about just firing off Ice Beams because he came in. He was never like at full. I could keep him around that half where he was in range because I was doing right around half to him. And if he used Life Orb damage, he would go underneath. So that's what happened. We do get the kill. I'm going to go into Zeraora this time on the Torn because I need to heal Melodic back up. I'm going back into Melodic here though. Expect him to leave. He does. He goes into Mesprit, which is great. I kind of figured that might be where he goes into Sack. That or Swampert, and I felt fine with both that I could then recover up with Melodic. He just Hurricane again. Not the greatest. But I didn't think he wanted to take something from Zeraora. All he's seen is knockoff, so he's got to think I've got pretty good. Oh no, yeah, I'm alright. He's got to think I probably have Plasma Fist, so. Especially since I have some attack investment. I'm going to do the same thing. Stay in, eat the Hurricane, Ice Beam, then I'm going to recover. He has regen, so he can keep healing back up, but because I've recovered, I've just got more reliable recovery. I'm going to hit the Hidden Power Grass and the Swampert. I'm okay taking a Toxic to burn his Ringdo, just to let, like Moltres if it needs to be, and things like that. Doing needs, and then I'm going into the Moongus. I probably should have gone into Moongus first, but in case he doubled out into Torn, I felt okay about just some Powered Grass. I don't want to done lots of Torn, but I'll still be in a decent spot. He's going to miss Hurricanes again. We're going to fire off another Ice Beam. Mesprit's going to go down. Torn is a good double agent. Team Skull, we love Torn. It's one of our guys. He's a double agent. He misses Hurricane again. I'm going to fire off another. The Toxic now is racked up, so I need to recover. Would have been a problem a bit there, but actually I switch out. He doesn't make a Diancie. He's going to Diamond Storm. I'm just going to Flash Cannon. And even with the defense boost, because I'm special, down goes Mega Diancie. Not that big of a problem. He's going to go into Torn. I believe he's going to Hurricane, and I'm going to fire off an Ice Beam, or I'm going to recover. I'm going to Roost while I'm on recover. I always think he gets recovered. Gets recovery, but this get recovered. So he's going to miss another Hurricane. We're going to fire off another Ice Beam. Expecting him to leave, I'm going to U-turn here. Go into Moltres, who can take a Hurricane, as well as has the Power of Solar Beam, and theoretically could clean out this game. But he's going to forfeit at this point, so we're going to get the 6-0. In my head, Moltres finished this off. Solar Beam this, takes a Hurricane, Fire Blasts it, down it goes. We can still play around with other stuff, and if something goes down, Zeraora comes in after. But that's our first game there. So let's jump quickly. Our second battle is against Rishmal. Megalopony, Excadrill, Tyranitar, Roserade, Slowking, Barbarical. Talonflame, and Aromatisse. Very interesting team. And I had kind of weird preps, like fighting weak, resists, fighting weak, resists. It's, in terms of fighting coverage, it's weird. But yeah, so the team we brought, Garchomp, Choice Scarf, Earthquake hits his team very, very hard as well, especially Scarf ahead of Lopunny. He has no ground resist, except for Talonflame, who Rock Slide will destroy, so if I catch it, great. Iron Head for the Aromatisse, and some Stealth Rocks as well. Zero Aura, Expert Belt, Plasma Fist, Close Combat, Fire Punch, and Volt Switch, just pure offensive aggression. The classic with Zero Aura, you get to give it a good chunk of HP typically, because it is so fast. And this was even, I had to run Timid. Would have rather, ran Adamant, but it's what it is. Or Jolly, not Timid. You know what I meant. Scrafty has a Chople Berry, it has Intimidate. Chople Berry is for Mega Lopunny. Drain Punch, Crunch, Poison Jab with the Dragon Dance. After the Dragon Dance, it outfeeds everything but Mega Lopunny, except for Execute Roll its hand. But it's pretty defensive bulky, especially with the Intimidate. It can take some hits, Drain Punch, kill something off. Just worked pretty well this matchup. Melodic, Flame Armor will scare, Scald, Dragon Tail, Recover. Substitute, Dragon Tail is to get rid of, if I substitute, Roserade comes in, get rid of Roserade, keep, hopefully getting some chip down, messing with some things, etc., etc. But it's just to keep Roserade on the run. Because I didn't want to bring Lorendo again. I could have, but he didn't really need Ice Beam this matchup, so that's what I went with. Amoonguss, Giga Drain, Foul Play, Pinbar, Rock, Spore with a Rocking Helmet, so it takes hits really well from Mega Lopunny, and it's something to Spore it asleep. Mew with a Chillian Berry for the Mega Lopunny, or Spear, Psychic, Roost, and Stealth Rock. I don't have Defog, which is a bit of a theme with me in general, but And we're going to go ahead and lead with the Mew, which counters the Roserade very well. Wasn't what I was expecting, but I like it. It just kind of dealt with a lot of things. He's going to go Slowking. I'm going to get some Stealth Rocks, which was the goal, because I saw that Talonflame. No T-Tar means no Sand, so that was less of a worry. He's going to Ice Beam, and he's going to freeze the Amoonguss, which is unfortunate. But we're going to switch back out, so a little bit of hacks, but, Leo was hit 3 out of 3 and missed 5 of the Hurricane, so we deserve a little bit. It's okay. Amoonguss is gonna thaw out. It's bulky enough. I trust it. So we see he's gonna switch in the Roserade as expected. I'm gonna Dragon Tail now. He's gonna get back a little bit. I believe a Dragon Tail. Yeah. I'm hoping to catch that Talonflame. We don't. I believe I recover here, expecting him to Rapid Spin. Yes, he goes into Roserade. Yeah, I was expecting Rapid Spin, but I mean, obviously he didn't want to take his Scald either, so it makes sense. We're gonna go out into the Amoonguss. And take it okay, but I might see Spikes, so okay. I didn't bring Defog. That's a problem. I really should have had Defog on me. I was finding Fortress hard to bring, at this point still, so alright, well, not the greatest. We're gonna go on the Mew. Take a Sludge Bomb. Don't like taking that. Does a little too much. But I believe we're going to Roost now. And I believe we're just going to go back into Melodic. We take hits from Slowking. Still trying to figure out exactly what Slowking this is. But I think it's pretty Spadef, if I'm remembering, which I might not. This was a little bit ago now. So again, we're going to Dragon Tail, expecting the Roserade. Again, we're going to get Extra Drill, still no Talonflame. I believe we're going to fire up a Scald here. Maybe we recover. Yeah, we do fire up a Scald. We were trying to catch him on the Rapid Spin. We're going to burn the Roserade, which Natural Cure, I believe he was Natural Cure. But we'll chip down. I'm going to go back out in the Mew. It's going to Giga Drain. It's going to get a crit. Not ideal. because he gains back way more health than I'd like, and I'm in range of the roost right now. So I believe we're going to roost again. Not the biggest deal, but again, another piece of hacks. It is what it is. As the cheesy but accurate saying goes, that's the game we play. I'm gonna Psychic on the Slowking, expecting Rosary to him to go Rosary, expecting me to go Melodic. It works out perfectly. The Rosary doesn't die, unfortunately, which means I have to take the Sludge Bomb, which is gonna poison as well. The damage and the poison is really unfortunate. He wasn't Natural Cure, I'm realizing. I was gonna Aura Sphere just in case he went Excadrill or Lopunny for some reason. But that's gonna put us in a really bad range. In terms of we can't live, even with the Chilean Berry, we can't live anything from Lock. I do try to save it just because, you know, Mungus can take a hit. We're going to go into Melodic now. It's going to go away. It wasn't the best in the rest of this matchup because it was more split depth than defensive. Maybe we should have kept it, but, you know, I'm looking at this a week later. We're going to fire for Spore. He's going to give us Talonflame, which is fine by me. I was kind of expecting that. Now I'm going to hit Power Rock. It's going to go away, which is great because I can Spore again. But I believe I'm barely out of range. Do I Spore again? No, I switch out. I don't know if I was in range of Earthquake, but it put me in, like, just. So I go into Mew to sack it off because it's not out of range where I can take anything. I believe I Roost though, seeing I might have a chance to keep this alive. But it's not enough as he goes hard in Excadrill, which was his play. I do live a little bit, and get off an Aura Sphere. I wasn't going to be able to, like, recover it off with the poison. Without the poison, I would have. But here's what it is. We go into a Scarf Chomp here. Talonflame's gone, we just Earthquake. Never mind, he's got a Balloon on Aromatisse. Balloon is a problem. That's a really well-placed Balloon. Because otherwise, Garchomp would have gone very hard in there, because Aromatisse and Slowking, neither of them, if I remember my calcs, could switch in and take another one. So he would have had to give up one and then go into the other to kind of get out of that. So we are going to get the Spore on the Mega Lob, which is great. He's going out into Slowking. So he's keeping it around. And we're going to close combat. Probably should have Plasma Fist, but I knew I could Plasma Fist now. And we are going to do that, and we are going to pick up the KO. So that's great. All we lose is really lower defense. But he's going to go Excadrill now. I don't know if he's Scarf or not. All he's done is Earthquake, so I'm going to switch out. I'm going to go into Garchomp knowing I'm faster Scarf and I live in Earthquake. But I still have that Aromatisse problem. I'm going to Iron Head. I was hoping for a flinch if he stayed. In the end, I should have just Earthquake, taken it out. He would have been able to go free into Aromatisse after that. The spikes were adding up, so that was kind of the thought process behind it. I'm going to go into Amoonguss, try to take out the Excadrill. I don't. I'm going to Giga Drain. I'm going to go into Scrafty now, who has the Child Berry, plus the Intimidate. I thought he was waking up that turn, but it wasn't going to do a lot. Going into Aromatisse. I'm going to Dragon Dance. I think about Poison Jabbing here, but it's not going to kill, assuming he's really defensive, which I'm pretty sure he is. He's going to Moonblast, so I was going Amoonguss. He's seen the Dragon Dance now. I'm going to finally pop that Balloon, but it's too late because Garchomp is no longer. He's going to Wish. Didn't think enough about Wish. I go into Scrafty, expect him to switch out, which he does. He goes into Lop. I don't have the Intimidate though, because Amoonguss was faster than an Aromatisse, which is actually mildly annoying. But we're going to go back into the Amoonguss now, take a hit. I just don't know how long you can sleep for, because I was pretty sure that Lop should have been woken up that turn. But he didn't. So then he was still asleep, so I thought I would Spore if he stayed in. But he switches back out, which was smart, because then I couldn't put the Aromatisse. And that is the play that's going to kind of make this a bad time. I'm going to go into Zeraora. I close combated, trying to catch the Lopunny. Didn't work. He's out of range, even of a crit Plasma Fists. If I had Plasma Fists first time, he had a Wish Up, all that kind of stuff. You know, things are just gonna go pretty badly from here on. I mean, Plasma Fist, not gonna kill, he's gonna Moonblast. No, he's gonna Wish. So he's still wishing himself back up, trying to catch stuff coming in. I should have Fire Punch instead of Close Combated. That I'm Close Combated this thing. Because I know I'm faster than Lopunny, so it's really just Excadrill I was worried about coming in. I'm gonna Giga Drain, but I don't have a Poison move, as we saw. Hidden Power Rock. Spore, Foul Play. So the Foul Play was the mistake, really. Should have had a Poison move. That is just how it is. Foul Play doesn't do that much. It's gonna Ice Punch. Does a lot. Giga Drain is not enough to put me out of range. It does get a crit. I think we figured out it didn't matter. It may have. If it did allow me to stay in and take another, then I potentially could have taken up the Lop here. I still would have had this Crafty, so I could have switched in like on this. I don't think the Aromatisse, I could have 1v1 the Aromatisse with Amogus, but perhaps. I don't think I was gaining enough back that eventually he would have chipped me down. So I don't think it would have mattered. Maybe would have made it a 1-0 at best. I also would have got a Poison Jab off on it with the Scrafty, so maybe if I got either a crit or the 30% poison. So, you know, there's stuff that could happen, but I don't think it mattered. So, I'm not too worried about it. We'd lose that one 2-0. We won our first one 6-0, so we're still in a decent spot. We got 2 more battles. Got to make sure we do some decent stuff here, but, you know, I don't feel too bad about that. Zapdos, Mega Medicham, Gastrodon, Rabombi, Torn Eye, Kartana, Hydreigon, and Simisear is next against Ryu. I don't remember any thoughts right now. Too many battles, so let's just jump into it. We see he brings the Rabombi, Kartana, Mega Medicham, Torn Eye, Zapdos, and the Hydreigon. And my team that I brought is here: Dragonium Z, Outrage, Rock Slide, Flamethrower, Stealth Rock, Rough Skin, I Papa Berries, Shadow Ball, Ice Beam, Flamethrower, Nasty Plot, so more offensive Mew, and it is max speed. Hoping to catch Zapdos was really the hope here. Now I can do a lot of other things, and it's with the Papa Berry has a little bit of Suedo recovery, so not the worst thing. Heavy Slam, Counter, Rapid Spin, and Stealth Rock with a Figgy Berry and a Sturdy. I was hoping to catch Mega Man, I'm not gonna lie. Doesn't work out that way, but that's what we're hoping. Plasma Fist, Fire Punch, Hidden Power Grass, Volt Switch with the Assault Vest. Just to help it switch into Zapdos a little better. Obviously, Zapdos Electric moves, awesome. But he's more often than not going to be Heat Waving or something else. So, but that was kind of we wanted to keep switching in on Zapdos and getting momentum and stuff. Zapdos is a big problem this match. My team doesn't deal with Zapdos well. I have no Ice type and no Rock type. So, I don't deal with Zapdos that well. Especially since my ground type is 4 times weak to ice, you know, hidden powers are the thing. Assault Vest, Moltres as well, Flame Body, Burn Up, Hurricane, Hidden Power Grass, and the Flame Charge. I really like this set, but as we'll see, yeah, it might not work out well. Papa Berry, Regen, Spore, Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, Hidden Power, Fire. Amogus is super defensive this time, but it also has a good chunk of special attack. So, that's what we got. Let's see how it goes. We're going to lead the Fortress. He's going to lead the Zapdos. That's not ideal. Heat Wave's a thing. So we're going right out into Zeraora. And we know just putting up rocks isn't necessarily the best idea with a Sturdy because, you know, Zapdos is going to have Defog. Rabombi also gets Defog. Torn gets Defog. Kartana gets Defog. You see, we take the Heat Wave really quite well, but we're doing under half. And he's got leftovers. Plasma, so I could have kept Plasma Fisting, but it wouldn't have gone that well for me. So I'm going to Volt Switch out into on an expected roost into the Mew, and I'm going to go ahead and nasty plot. Right now, just, yeah. Ribambi's really the only switching he has. I didn't want to let him Quiver Dance for free, so I'm going to go ahead and just Flamethrower. Get a crit Flamethrower, which doesn't, the crit doesn't matter. Bring him to a Sash. Uh-oh, he's Sash. Okay. Time to go. We're going into my Assault Vest Moltres. Takes that really well. I'm not expecting him to Power Rock, but he has it. And I believe, if my calc is right, it was a high roll anyways. So the Assault Vest didn't work well. I Flame Charged on that time. If I could have got the Flame Charge, that would have been great. I was expecting him to Sticky Web, as well as Moonblast Bug Buzz. He didn't have Sticky Web, I think. So, you know, it happens. He's going to go into the Torn. I'm going to switch in Zeraora. He can take flying moves decently well with the Assault Vest. He's going to Tailwind as he's going to give himself up, essentially, but I'm going to Volt Switch instead of Plasma Fisting. Probably should Plasma Fist. But, you know, it is what it is. So he's going to get a Hurricane off on Fortress, who's going to Heavy Slam to take this out. So Fortress picks up a kill. Did something. I found Fortress really hard to use in this tournament. I found it hard to bring, especially because I didn't have Wish. I really felt like it needed Wish. So, you know, it is what it is. But he got a kill, did something. So we're going to go on expected Heat Wave in on Mew, because Fortress can still do a little bit of something. Now I'm going to switch back out. Just wanted to see what was going on here. Into Zeraora. Going to Plastic Fist the Zapdos. We get a crit, which is awesome. As he's going to Roost. Maybe if we can crit again, we still are out of range. But, so I believe we're going to, oh no, we're just going to keep Plasma Fisting for now. See what happens. Doesn't let him switch anything in well. Gonna use some Roosts. You know. Now we're switching into Garchomp on expected Heat Wave because it takes us well. I believe we just go for Z Outrage here. He's potentially in range, and we do, which I believe was a roll. So we do pick him up with the Z Outrage, which is great. Hydreigon, we're going to switch into this because I know it took a hit. And then we realize this is Scarf, which we use Zeraora to find out for sure, but that's a big problem. So I'm going to have to use Garchomp, take a big hit, and Outrage, but the problem is, now Kartana comes in, which is why I didn't want to do that. So he's going to Tailwind, I'm going to Outrage, he was already faster, now he's going to Leaf Blade, he's going to take Rough Skin, but he's going to get the attack boost. Even with the attack boost though, luckily the Psycho Cut will keep us alive. For him Power Fire. If he had gone for another move, I think we would have died. I think Leaf Blade, no, Smart Strike. I believe, or Knockoff killed us. That's what it was. So I'll talk about these last couple turns here because I let them go real fast. So I knew that was kind of my out at the end, with the Hydreigon putting on so much pressure there. I had to take it out, and even though it was going to come in and get a boost with Garchomp, if he got the attack boost, which was worse for me, and you know most of the time it's going to be a thing. Once I had some realization, oh yeah, Psycho Cut's a thing. If he clicked Psycho Cut on the Amoonguss, I could win. If he clicked Knockoff, or I believe that was the only thing because I was so defensive at that range that would kill me was Knockoff. Because Leaf Blade's resisted and stuff like that. I'm not 100% on that, but so we do get him. He does click the Psycho Cut to get him from Power Fire. The main reason I had that was for actually like a Medicham. I could take a hit and Spore it and put it to sleep. But then we're gonna come in. We are out of range of. We are max speed, so if it's a speed tie, this could be nervy. But it looks like you'd have to high jump kick and get decent rolls both times to take us out. And he'd have to win the second speed tie. I don't think it was a speed tie because we won both, but maybe it was, but we're going to get the Shadow Ball. The drop on the first didn't matter, but we're going to take him out with 2 Shadow Balls. Yeah, so that was fun. And I actually did those last 2 battles right back to back. So 2 very close, really nervy battles, but we moved to 2-1, so we're in a good spot. Going into the last one for a couple days, I wasn't sure how the pool was going to work out. I think I could make it through if I lost close. I think I would have been the second one through. But if I won, I knew I was through. So we were looking for the win here. Just no one was going 4-0 in our pool, so looking for the big win. Again, just chuckling. Megalopony, another Megalopony. Zygarde 50, which was a Z, Ferrothor, another Zapdos, hooray! Palisand, Incineroar, and Manaphy going up against my boy Incineroar. Never feels great, not gonna lie. But here we are. And the team I brought is Choice Scarf Moltres, Fire Blast, Hurricane, Hidden Power Ice, U-Turn. The main reason for this is at +1 on Zygarde, I can Hidden Power Ice. Great. Melodic with the Rindo Berry again, Ice Beam, Hidden Power Fire, Dragon Tail, and Recover. I have competitive for Zapdos Defogs, and if Incineroar comes in, it's gonna terrify it more, if he doesn't know already that I don't have a water move. Rocky and Z, because he has a Zapdos, and it just worked a little better than Z Outrage. It could have been either, but we're gonna go Z Stone Edge in this case. Earthquake, Outrage, and Fire Blast for the Ferrothor. Mew is Leftovers, Ice Beam, Aura Sphere, Roost, and Stealth Rock. Again, no room for Defog. Scrafty, Choppleberry, Drain Punch, Crunch, Ice Punch, and Dragon Dance. Hits his team very, very hard, and we're going to pull the same Choppleberry for Megalopony. This time we're Moxie. I can't remember exactly why. I know there's a reason. And I think a lot of it was to do with Incineroar, but I know there's another calc as well. But it was so Incineroar couldn't just Intimidate Cycle on us if we got a DD up. Amoonguss, Assault Vest, Regen, Defensive, Giga Drain, Clear Smog, Hidden Power Ice, and Foul Play. So, let's see what happens. We're going to go ahead and lead the Zapdos. Well, he leads Zapdos. We don't have the Zapdos. We lead a Moltres. So we got the Legendary Birds, but Moltres doesn't like that matchup. So we're going out with the Mew. See Hidden Power. So, I'm assuming that's Hidden Power Ice. We're just going to assume that's Hidden Power Ice, and he was expecting Garchomp to switch in. He's going to go right into the Incineroar, as I put up some rocks. Chip down the Zapdos, chip down the Incineroar. This is always very good. We're going back out. We're going to the Garchomp. Knockoff's going to hurt. The U-turns, that's fine. He'll take just about as much damage as we get. He's going to roll Lopunny. I'm not Scarf this time. I fear Ice Punch. I'm going out. I'm really hoping to catch a burn, to be honest, with Moltres, because I know I live anything. And, except for maybe Thunder Punch, but I was hoping for the burn. I didn't get the burn. That would have made this battle a whole lot easier. We are Scarf. We're going to we are going to Hurricane, just to catch him if he wasn't ready for Scarf. We do miss the Hurricane, so, good thing he switched, I guess. He's going to U-turn, get momentum. He's going to go into Zapdos. I have rocks up. Melodic's in here. This is what competitive was brought for. Because I can kill him with Ice Beam, but I clicked Dragon Tail. I forgot I was competitive. That sometimes happens in these types of things where you prep so many things. We're going to get another competitive Dragon Tail of the Incineroar, so we are, up there. He knocks off our Rindo. We're going to Hidden Power. I was expecting Ferrothorn. Didn't happen. He's going to knock off now. I believe we recover. Luckily, we don't get parried on that turn, because that would have been really, really bad. He's going to knock off again. I believe we recover again. No, we're going to get paralyzed. But we're still at range of another knockoff. He's going to U-turn. I believe I recover this time. And we do, in fact. And I'm actually bulky enough I can take a Discharge. And Thunderbolt to roll. So he's going to Hidden Power. I'm going to stay in an Ice Beam. And there we go. So Melodic does, in fact, take down the Zapdos as planned. After a T-Falk that the Zapdos did as planned. But not how we intended. He's going to click Z. I stayed in an Ice Beam. With the Para, it's less reliable. And nothing switched into Z Outrage, really. So, that's why we did that. We have Mew. We're going to get Stealth Rocks up again. Zapdos is gone. I want to chip that Incineroar. He's going to Dragon Dance. I knew I could take 1,000 arrows even after this, and now I get to Ice Beam. So he's going to Outrage. Even that won't kill. So we're not going to kill with the Ice Beam, which I wasn't expecting. But we're okay with this as long as he doesn't DD again, but he can't DD again because then I would kill. Now if he had DD'd a second time before the Outrage, I can't remember the calc, but that was what I was expecting. So now we're going to command 10 Power Ice. Even though he may have realized it was Scar. Oh no, he's Outraged in. That was it. He was Outraged in. They're going to 10 Power Ice to take him out. So good job, Moltres, did your job. He's going to Stealth Rock. I'm going to go into the Scrafty on the Ferrothorn and try to set up. So I am going to set up here. Time for the DD. I think I've got him. I absolutely think I've got him with the Scrafty. And he clicks Encore. I was shook. That was such good prep. Such good play. I was shook. He got me. He plain got me. I'm going to sack off the Moltres because I have Devo. So just time to sack it off. It did its job. Nothing more it could do. And I didn't want to sit in there and take shots, bruise my Chopple, all that stuff. He's going to come and take rocks, and Incineroar's going to his berry back. We're going to Drain Punch him after the Intimidate. So we're going to switch back out into the Amoonguss. He's going to U-turn. He can take that fairly well. He's going to go into the Manaphy. So even if he Tail Glows, I know I can live because I'm super bulky Assault Vest. If I Giga Drain, I know I was out of range of Tail Glow, Ice Beam, barring crits and stuff. So we do just live on 3 and we are able to take down the Manaphy. So that set worked perfect. Amoonguss did its job very well. He's going to go on the Lopunny. This can still take a hit, but I didn't want to be switching around regenning up. So we're going to just Giga Drain as he Power Punches. This was a mistake. Let me just stop this for a sec. So I knew I lived a Power-Up Punch, so I wasn't necessarily expecting it, but I also didn't think one turn ahead. You need to be thinking 1 or 2 turns ahead, of course. If he Power-Up Punched and then just killed me on the second one, if he killed me there with this Power-Up Punch, which was a mistake on his part, in my opinion, and maybe I'm wrong, but I think he should have just killed me there, because at +1, even with the Chopple, I don't live a high jump kick with Scrafty. Now, he might not... I think they figured out that Power Punch is its only fighting move. But at the time, I still had to consider that, so maybe this wasn't a mistake. But, so, you know, read me in the comments if I'm wrong. But, so I'm assuming he has Ice Punch for Garchomp. Now, +1, even Return will kill Garchomp, but I'm assuming he has Ice Punch. If he has High Jump Kick, it will now, at +1, it will now kill Scrafty. So it depends a little what he has. I think he has Ice Punch. I think. I should have Clear Smog on the first one, and just not let him get Power Punches. It wasn't doing that much less, and I kind of wanted Amoonguss to go down, because then I could live a hit from the Lopunny. As long as it was at 0, I could live a hit. Scrafty could just come in, Drain Punch, Drain Punch, Drain Punch, and it should be able to win. But if he gets too high, I'm in trouble. Luckily, he goes for the second, I get the Clear Smog, reset the stats, and I think at this point I'm just clicking to Clear Smog. So he's going to take me with the return. He said he didn't see that I had Clear Smogged. So he could have still been at +1. Oh, and that was it. At +1, return killed Scrafty. So he should have Power Punched that time. So I made the mistake. And then that was his real mistake. It was after I Clear Smogged, he needed to Power Punch. But he didn't. We're going to get the Moxie. Both of us had cancel buttons that didn't quite hit in time, but... oh well, that's what it is. So Incineroar's going to bring us to neutral, we'll take it out, go back to +1. +1, Drain Punch will put us at a good health. So he definitely could have won that, I think. And probably even should have. He does miss the Power Whip here. Yeah, so we're going to get the Drain Punch. I was kind of wishing I was intimidated on the end, because then I would have intimidated the Power Punch off, but either way. So we do pick up a win. We do actually win our pool of 3-1, which we'll take those. Wasn't expecting, but we are going to move on to the next round. So we move into this pool: Vesuvius, Pikatrod, Pikatrod, and Taro, please. I believe is how you say all those. I'm probably wrong. I'm always wrong on pronunciations. First battle was against Vesuvius, Mega Lopunny, Greninja, Zapdos, Ferrothorn, Toxapex, Comfey, Mudsdale, and Alolan Grammar. Comfey caused me so much problems in prep. That thing was a pain to prep for. Assault Vest, Volt Absorb, Plasma Fist, Close Combat, Fire Punch, and Volt Switch. Pretty common Zeraora, not gonna lie. Rocky Helmet, Regen, Giga Drain, Clear Smog, Hidden Power Fire, and Spore. Super defensive this time. Moltres, Burn Up, Air Slash, Defog, and Roost with a Flame Body and a Leftovers. Burn Up was supposed to kind of... That's not the one. We get rid of the fire typing, so I can kind of stall on Toxapex a little better. Greninja, stuff like that. So that was kind of the idea there. Plus, it does a lot of damage. Who doesn't like a lot of damage? So this was kind of a in-between Moltres. Garchomp, Trigonium Z, Corrupt Skin, so Z Outrage, Earthquake, Swords Dance, and Stealth Rock. But the Swords Dance does a lot of damage. Mew, Colbur Berry, Psychic, Aura Sphere, Calm Mind, and Roost. I felt really good about this Mew. Thought I could do some good things. So we'll see what happens. Melodic, Flameware, Marvel Scale, Scald, Ice Beam, Haze, and Recover. Got some setup stuff. Don't want to let them set up. So we see he brings Megalop, Greninja, Zapdos, Ferrothorn, Toxapex, and Mudsdale. This team is gross. Let's just say that. He's going to lead Greninja. I'm going to lead Zeraora. I'm going to switch out. I'm expecting him to go right into Mudsdale, as he does. And I wanted to get the Flame Orb up. So, because if I was switching Melodic with a Flame Orb up in on Mudsdale, he could Toxic me. And that was the fear. So it was a good switch. It worked out well for us. He's going to go Ferrothorn. We're going to go Moltres. We're going to switch around. He's going to go Greninja. He's going to U-turn. I'm going to go Melodic. He's going to go Ferrothorn. I'm going to switch out into Moltres. He's going to get some spikes up. Annoying. Going to go Toxapex. I'm going to burn up. This, doesn't do a lot of damage because it's a Toxapex, but it does a little bit. We're going to defog away now. Don't want those spikes. He's going to knock off. He's going to get burned. Alright. So we take away his lefties. We're going to Air Slash. Maybe we'll flinch him. No, he's going to Scald. Sit there. I don't really know who wins this exchange. I want to see a little more of what he's got. Make sure he's recovered. So I put him in range where he has to recover as I Roost. He does recover. I probably should have switched out here. But I didn't. Air Slashed again. There was a mistake, because now I'm going to get burned, which, negates my leftovers, which he's already knocked off, so it's really just hurting. So we're going to Air Slash again, because he has free Zapdos, so I should have switched before this. I didn't switch out early enough. I'm not used to playing this style, that's where it shows. He's going to Discharge Zeraora's nice free switch. I'm going to go Mudsdale, which, I'm going to Volt Switch, alright. Now we're going to go into, Moltres, expecting Stealth Rocks to come in. On aim before. So we're going to burn up to get rid of our flying typing in case he rock moves, which he does. So he's going to Rock Tomb. Unfortunately, Rock Tomb, not Rock Slide, to be honest. So we're going to Roost now, and then we have no typing. So it's not doing a lot of damage, but the problem is now he's faster, and I still have my flying type. So the Rock Tomb was a problem. It was a good idea. It didn't quite work because he had Rock Tomb, so Slide, but that was the idea behind that. We're going to Spore, he goes Ferrothorn, Spark Play. We're going to hit Power Fire, I believe, as he knocks off our Rocky Helmet. I would have liked that Rocky Helmet. I'm going to do 40%. I believe I switch out. Yeah, I was going to say, because he was out of range. And we do expect Toxapex to come in, so we go Garchomp. He's going to go back into Mudsdale. We're going to get our rocks now, so this is our chance to get our rocks. We're going to go for the Z here, and we are going to take out the Mudsdale. Freeze up Zeraora massively, so we're very happy with that, and Mudsdale's annoying. So we're going to go into our Assault Vest Zeraora on the Greninja. He's going to Ice Beam, not going to do a ton. I Plasma Fist. I should have Fighting moved. I really should have Fighting moved. I don't know why I didn't, to be honest. I don't think Zapdos was ever really his switch. But either way, so now we're going to Close Combat instead of Fire Punching. Should have Fire Punched. Now we're going to Volt Switch. Didn't do the best job with Zeraora there. Not going to lie. It's going to Roost. Hooray! Zapdos is back up to full. He's going to go into Ferrothorn on my Spore again. I should have just hidden Power Fire here. I Spore again, then he knew Switch because I could kill him. Going to get Alaris Spikes. Now with the lefties, he's at range, so I definitely shouldn't have. Should not have over predicted. He gets 2 free layers of spikes because I did that. Oops. We're going to go with Melodic. You see, that's where it's really big. Melodic cannot switch in on things nearly as nice. I need to recover now. He's going into Greninja. I believe I Scald. He taunts, so now I can. No, Ice Beam. Okay, he can stop those. So, he's going to Dark Pulse. We're going to Scald again. I know he's probably Z here. He's probably going to click it, but nothing really switches into that nicely. Because Amoonguss is defensive, so we're going to give up Melodic. It's not the biggest deal now that Mudsdale's down. And with all these hazards. So, we're going to flinch. This was a... Okay, I need to go back. Sorry. So, the Greninja is a big problem. Because it outspeeds everything. And if I go into Zeraora, he just goes Zapdos, and I keep getting chipped down. Moltres is at a point where it can live on one coming in, and then defog. Which I really want to happen. But the only thing he can do that on is Toxapex. So I need Toxapex to kill something before I can do that. So I probably should have sacked the Moltres, but... Actually, no, sorry. I should have gone into Zeraora after Melodic went down. But then he goes Zapdos. So that was the thinking. So I went into Mew because I knew I had Colbert. I was going to take him out with the Aura Sphere, not going to mess around. I wasn't trying to calm mind, because then there would have been, mind games and stuff, and more risk. I just wanted to Aura Sphere. I just wanted to take out Greninja. I felt really good about this game if I took out Greninja with the Mew. I felt really, really good. But I got flinched. It was an unnecessary risk. So I could have gone Zeraora. It would have been a hard battle, but maybe this is just hindsight speaking. But I should have gone into Zeraora. Ice Beam would have killed Amoonguss from here, I believe. Otherwise, I should have gone in. But with, again, the hazards. So I really wanted to get the hazards. Not taking up the Ferrothorn and getting those spikes up is really quite a pain. Especially for things like Zeraora. So I didn't want it coming in and out. So that's where we're at. I don't remember exactly what Zapdos' health is at, but I think it was at full. So now we're going to sack the Moltres, so there's no point in saving it. Now we go Zeraora. See, it's getting just 2 chip down. We're going to Volt Switch. It's going to die to hazards. So we've lost a whole lot of resources to the Greninja / to these spikes that didn't need to be there. We're going to sack off the Zeraora, because Mew, I think, can deal with Toxapex in the right situation. But we keep having to take this chip over and over and over, and it's not going well for us here. And we're going to go into Mew on the Toxapex, but he's actually going to be able to kill us with a Scald, so we're not able to heal up. Can't really deal with this except with the Garchomp now, but now he's got the Zapdos. I believe I Swords Dance, and now I believe I click Z. Oh no, I Outrage. I Outrage. Did I not? Z Rock. I had Dragon Seed. I probably should have Dragon Seed. Don't know why I didn't. Oh, I think because I think I figured out my only out was if the Lopunny didn't have Ice Punch, because then I Dragon Z'd it. Oh no, I was locked in Outrage. Outrage killed it. I don't know. I don't remember. Too far away. I know I didn't play well. So this is an Ice Punch range as well. So you could have just Ice Punched, but you didn't. I guess you feared a Yachi. No, you knocked off the Rocky. Yeah, I was in Ice Punch range, even at max defense. So. But we're going to play this little game for a little bit here. Spoilers, I'm going to lose this little game. Because he has recovered. And I only have Giga Drain. And I believe now he's just going to Ice Punch. Oh, he's going to fake out. Which doesn't matter at all. And then he's going to Ice Punch. No, he's going to return. So I don't know why he never Ice Punched it. He could have just Ice Punched this one. So, we made a mistake. It happened. Actually, we made multiple mistakes. Our next battle is against Terra, please. Zygarde 50, Diancie, Skarmory, Volcarona, Serena, Suicune and Zebstrika. And Malamar. Zebstrika caused me a lot of problems in prep, I'm not gonna lie. So he brings up Diancie to start, I go Moltres. I don't like this. I'm a Moltres. He's a rock type. So I'm going into Fortress. Power Gem. You know what either rock move he could have done. I was still in range where my Colberry would keep me alive from Hidden Power, and then I could Gyro Brawl. Wasn't really what I was expecting to happen. I wasn't expecting him to actually go for it, but that was the thought process, just in case he did. I'm really glad I didn't overpredict. I'm gonna lose the Fortress. Don't get rocks. Don't outspeed. But I take out Omega Diancie for it. I'll take that. I'm gonna taunt the Zygarde, taunt on the Suicune Zygarde coming in. I'm gonna taunt on it. I didn't want it to DD. He's gonna Dragon Tail. I'm gonna go into Moltres. It's gonna get smacked down. I don't know my mechanics, not gonna lie. So Moltres was dragged out. I wanted a Toxic on it. I got the Toxic, which is great. This team was very, very solid. Very, very. I was trying to get Toxic on a lot of things and stall him out. So 1,000 Arrows, I knew it knocked you down. And I knew it was neutral for this guy to hit first. I didn't realize after you were knocked down, essentially you didn't have your flying typing. So I thought I still lived and I was able to roost this off each turn. And because he was taunted, he wasn't going to be able to do anything. When he was done taunting, I was going to roar him out. But as we'll see, he 1,000 Arrows and it kills me because that's the mechanics. They lose Moltres. That is a huge loss for us. We have to go into Garchomp. We do Fire Blast, predicting him to switch into Skarmory. It is way more Spadef than I thought. So it's not a 2-hit KO, that's a problem. Or Serena, put it on Serena as well. We're going to Toxic this Mew. He's going to substitute. I'm going to taunt because I don't want Calm Mind sub Mew. I've never beaten a Suicune in my career, ever, ever, ever. So I had lots of Toxic, lots of taunt, lots of that kind of stuff. To not let it win. It had to switch out, which is good. We're going to Volt Switch. We're going to Volt Switch again on the Serena because it can do too much damage with Zero Aura. He's going to knock off on a Mew, which is from I lose my berry. I'm going to Toxic the Serena as he U-turns and kills me. So again, I got lots of Toxics out, but I've lost my two most stally Mons. Scrafty's also got some stuff. Hidden Power. We realize that's a Assault Vest, but with the Toxic, it is still in range, luckily, so that was good. Because I was very especially offensive. I'm going to taunt the Volcarona, I don't want it setting up. He just goes ahead and Fire Blasts. I live, and I get my berry, which is great. I'm going to Volt Switch out, can't Quiver Dance. I'm going to go into Garchomp, but I don't think about A, Bug Move, and B, Z-Bug. This was a bug, so this was just silly, because Garchomp was my only real, chance left. Something was dying, I should have let it be Scrafty. Now Scrafty is very special defensive. So I take that. I take two, in fact. And I get another Toxic out. So I've got Toxics on 4 of his Mons. One is a Magic Bouncer and one is a Steel type. The other two that are left. So, I've done that job. I think he could have run with Aries Serena, but I kind of doubt it. So we're going to kill the Volcarona with the Zero Aura, which is nice. It's going to miss Power Whip, which actually would have given us a chance if we had hit the Super Fang. If we had hit the Super Fang after the miss on Power Whip, it's like, I'm not mad by any means, because, I didn't deserve to win this. But then, it actually would have been in range of the Hidden Power, and I think I might have had a chance. Because Suicune and Skarmory, neither of them are hitting Zero Aura very hard. It would have been close, and I think it would have depended on rolls, but I actually would have had a chance after the miss Power Whip, only because of the miss. If my Super Fang hadn't missed, so I ain't mad about that. I lost. I got beat. It didn't work. This team is super, super stalled. Just toxic, Super Fang. You actually did stuff. You just did toxic. Not my kind of team. Didn't know the mechanics from the Moltres, which was super unfortunate. And silly on my part, to be honest. So, nothing more to be said there. I don't think I actually showed you that team, did I? That was his team. Drain Punch, Super Fang, Taunt, Toxic. Lefties, Dragon Claw, Earthquake, Rock Slide, and Fire Blast with Choice Scarf, because +1 Zygarde or +1 Volcarona was a massive problem. Fire Blast for the switches, and Earthquake because it does a lot. Serena and Skarmory were really his only switches, so one of them didn't come. I wasn't necessarily thinking Scarping was going to come in the end. It did. But yeah, Cold Bear Fortress, Jericho Rock Slide, kind of intended for the Volcarona, Rapid Spin, and Stealth Rock. Moltres, Protect, Toxic, Roost, and Roar. Had Burn Up at one point. I switched the last second to Protect. I know, it's gross. I'm sorry. I felt bad at building this, but I was ready to pressure stall it this week, even if I had to. Ready to roar things out. Yeah, do what I had to do. But I was silly with it, and I didn't bring enough for the Zygarde by any means. He was supposed to be my Zygarde check, and after I took out Melodic, which was going to be my Zygarde check, and then I made it more offensive and more to be able to make it Diancie. If that had been Ice Beam, and I kept the defense as max defense, we would have been in a lot better spot against the Zygarde. So, mistakes were made in prep and in play. Volt Switch and Power Ice, Iron Tail for the Diancie, yeah. So, yeah, that's what happened. So now against Pikatroid, Trod, I keep trying to say that wrong, man, Trod. Orlando T, Blacephalon, Shaman, Sylveon, Mantine, Registeel, Electrode, and Tyrantrum. I really hated this matchup. I'm not gonna lie. It's a interesting team. Yeah, it's an interesting team, but it kind of just I didn't like it because like Blacephalon just destroys Mew. Lando is a big problem for Garchomp to try to hit. Shaman just kind of sits there, except for against Moltres. Mantine switches in really well on Moltres. So it was a weird matchup, but I didn't like it. Electrode faster than Zeraora. Tyrantrum, I love Tyrantrum. Registeel, ew, and I didn't feel like I necessarily had the greatest ways to beat it. So, team that was brought, set up, Expert Belt, Volt Switch, Iron Tail, Hidden Power Ice, and Knockoff. The Iron Tail was for the Sylveon. I really debated between Volt Switch and Plasma Fist, because Volt Switch only does about half to Mantine. Mantine. And Zeraora can kill it, Oko with Plasma Fist, depends on which version he brings, but went back and forth. Poisonium Z between Sylveon and Shaman. I figured I could get a Sword Sense up and then destroy one with the Poisonium Z, because I figured those were his two switch-ins to Garchomp. Earthquake, Dragon Claw, Poison Gem. Choice Scarf, Scrafty. Scarf Drain Punch. It has Moxie as well, so if it gets a kill, it can do some damage. Knockoff, Ice Punch, and Thunder Punch. It's faster than Blacephalon, faster than Lando, faster than Mantine, and Drain Punch just does good things. Doesn't Oko things, but you know. So it can catch some stuff off guard is the idea. I wasn't really expecting Electrode, so that's about everything but Electrode. So I kind of liked it. A little bit tech, but we'll see what happens there. Moltres, Choice Specs, Fire Blast, Hurricane, Roost, and U-Turn. Debated between Roost and Hidden Power Electric, but I didn't think I'd get enough value. Hurricane still hits Mantine. Alright, it's not great, but it's not too bad. Depends on whether he's defensive or Spadef. So maybe ran Choice Specs Moltres with, the U-Turn for momentum, things like that. Mew has Lumberry, Ice Beam, Defog, Roost, and Volt Switch. No rocks this battle. No rocks. Nothing screamed at you. Blacephalon kind of. But, I wished I could have had rocks, but it just didn't really work. Melodic, Flame Orb, and I felt like I needed the defog more because Moltres was kind of one of my key guys. Flame Orb, Marvel Scale, Scald, Ice Beam, Haze, and Recover. Melodic. Let's see what happens. We're reaching the hour point here, so thank you for sticking with me as we see what happens here. So we're going to go ahead and lead with the Zeraora. He leads Mantine, so great. We're going to knock off. I was expecting the Lando, and I wanted to find out what item it was, whether it was Z or Scarf or whatever. He's going to hit Power, which is super effective, so it's in Power Ground. So I'm going to Volt Switch, because I felt pretty decent staying in against Electro. That wasn't doing much damage. So we see in Power Ground, which is nice. So I go into Garchomp. I'm going to switch it right back out. I could have, it just felt too early to go for the Swords Dance Poisonium Z play, especially because Mantine was still around, stuff like that. So switch back out, went to Zeraora because it kind of, do some twisting on things. I was kind of expecting Mantine, but okay, this is going too fast. Yeah, you saw what happened. It's over. So he's gonna spit def. I'm gonna take out the sub with the Scald. The drop means I have to switch back out. So we're gonna switch back out here. As he goes into Shaman, we go into Scrafty to try to catch the Blacephalon. Didn't work out because I could live one and then 2 knockoffs. Although he would have switched out after the first seeing it faster, but anyway. So we're going to go into Mew on the Shaman. That's kind of what I'm going to do. Try to get Volt Switch first in a moment. We're going to go into Scrafty, trying to see what he has. It could take a Seed Flare, because it's a bulky boy. But we're going to leave now, because see what else he has. He could have Dazzling Gleam, still we don't know. I was debating between Dazzling Gleam and Hidden Power Rock for a lot of the time here. He's going to Air Slash. He does have Air Slash as well, which wasn't the most unexpected, but a little bit. We're going to U-turn out. And we're going to go Shaman. Seeing the Air Slash, I should have really expected this was Hidden Power Rock, I'm not going to lie. But he could have also had Synthesis, I was still debating that as well. We're going to Volt Switch again. This Shaman's going to kind of sit in here. And I'm actually going to put this on normal again. It's going to Seed Flare, does a lot of damage, no drops, which is good. We're going to Roost. I believe he misses here. No, he's going to leave Seed here. Seed Flare, obviously the drops are great, but it also misses. I'm going to Ice Beam, do some damage. It's going to Hidden Power. Could be Hidden Power Ice. Expecting it's Rock at this point for the Moltres. We're going to stay in and just Ice Beam this. If he direct hits, I still live 1. He's going to set up Rocks instead. I'm going to Ice Beam again. He's going to go into Mantine. So he's got Rocks now. I believe I Defog, and then Roost, and then Volt Switch. Oh no, I Defog. I thought Defog got rid of Seeds, but I guess that's just Rapid Spin. I believe I Ice Beamed. Yeah, he goes into Blacephalon. I have to leave now because I'm low on health, and he's got a Blacephalon in. Going to Zero Aura because it can take 1 and put on some pressure. Again, I was trying to. Oh no, I Volt Switched. I thought I knocked off. I was trying to knock stuff off, but I guess I was Volt Switching for some momentum. Go back into Mew, I know it's faster. I'm going to Roost. Blacephalon's here. I'm going into Melodic. As long as he doesn't get a drop, we're good. Not the best spot. He's going to substitute as I recover. So now I need the Scald to get rid of the sub. Get a Shadow Ball. Again, I can stay if there's no drop. So we're going to recover again. He goes back into Tyrantrum. I believe he puts Rocks back up as I Ice Beam and kill him. And yep, so we're going to just take the kill. He's going to get Rocks, but I still have Defog, so it's okay. I'm going to go into Mew here. He's going to Seed Flare. He's going to get the drops. I debate here. I know his Rocker's gone, because I don't think Lando has it as well. Tyrantrum does. So I'm going to Defog. I deemed it worth doing that instead of trying to switch in on this. But luckily I was able. He missed the Seed Flare. He missed again on the Moltres. Now that one wanted a double launch. So we're going to U-turn again, expecting to switch. He stayed in Leech Seed, which, good on him. Gutsy. I'm going to knock off, get those leftovers. He's getting too much residual. He's going to Air Slash me. I knew I lived, but with the Leech Seed I don't. So, you know, sad days. But Scrafty, well, I could have done some things that wasn't the most important and was starting to get a little too chipped down. Going in a Melodic. Ice Beam. No, the Shaman did a lot of work this battle. Its coverage messed with me. It had the recovery between Leech Seed and Lefties, without Synthesis, and even as a bulky version, it seems like it does damage, man. It's got Ice Beam. This is my chance to get Mew back up and healthy. So we're going to Roost. With Blacephalon, we go Melodic. Shadow Ball, no drops. He's going to sub. Oh no. I'm going to Scald. I'm going to have to switch out again. It's going to Leech Seed. Going to Volt Switch. Go back into Moltres. He's going to hit by a Rock. It does not kill, which is really good. We're going to Roost as he has to leave. Going to Roost again. Back to full. I'm pretty sure he knows I'm specs by this point, especially because I switch out. So because I was roosting, he was swung with Shaman. You got the Leech Seed. Go back into Mew, roost, he's gonna Leech Seed. This one gets long, guys. Volt Switch. He's gonna Leech Seed again. I believe this time I fire off a Hurricane. 2. It crits the Mantine, which is unfortunate, but he's between the lefties and the Leech Seed. He goes back up a lot. I'm going to leave going to Melodic because I saw this as my chance to get Melodic healthy again. I needed it healthy again for when Teflon comes in. So we're just going to go back into Mew, Leech Seed, Volt Switch, So now I expect him to hit our Rock. So we go into Garchomp. We make an aggressive play because I'm sick of messing around with the shape. So we're going to Sword Stance here. And this is where I move too fast. So I Sword Stance. I should have Dragon Clawed. This one I know he can't hurt me that much. Sea Flare does about half. But at +2, maybe it's Sea Flare here. I believe Dragon Claw still would have taken him out. I believe he Leech Seeds here though. Yeah, he does. But I click the Poison Z, I go to click cancel, but I'm not fast enough. Did not think it through far enough. You guys who've been around for a while, you know I go a little fast sometimes. This was one of those cases. He's going to make the very smart play and run away into Lando. This isn't doing that much. Only does 39. I didn't calc it properly at the time, but I should have. It's going to Earth Power. And I should have realized at that point he was Spadef Bulky and Spadef Attacker. I knew Spadef Attacker, but I couldn't figure out exactly what. We're going to play Melodic. Blitzathlon games again. Shadow Ball, Scald. I believe I Roost. Roost recover. He's going to get Berry again. Same thing. And as long as he's not getting drops, I can play this game. Gets a drop as I go for the Skull, just to switch things up, try to take him out. And it works out great, so we get rid of that. I go into Moltres on Orlando. Believe that Melodic was in range. I knew I could still get it up. Realize we're not doing enough. This is Calm Mind. This is a problem. I spent a lot of time figuring out calcs here. Way too much time. Sorry, my opponent. We're going to Ice Beam. If we crit, great. We see Sleep Talk. But nothing I can't really switch anything into perfectly. I know Moltres can switch in, but I can't really beat it, and I don't want to waste the PP and stuff, because I need Moltres for Shaman. So we're going to sit here, going to Calm Mind again, and my goal at this point is if I can get to a spot where he's asleep, and I can get Melodic in. So if I can predict a rest turn confidently, and get Melodic in, and I know there's turns I probably could have, but then I could Haze. If I could get off a Haze, this gets less bad, because then Melodic can do things. But the problem is Melodic is well in range, even once, I believe it was in range from the start. Although, actually, I found out he was bulkier. I thought that was range for Garchomp. 55 is what I calced as range, but he was more defensive bulk than I thought, so I had miscalced with the Moltres on it the first time, I believe. So this is our chance. He's asleep. We have one turn, and he does Sleep Talk the Earth Power, which is really unfortunate, because I could have hazed, and then he still would have been asleep. Then he would have had to get Earth Power the next turn to kill me. If not, Ice Beam would have killed him. It would have been less of what's going to happen here, so we're just going to keep firing off. Between Confusion, he only has Earth Power, so he cannot, as long as I'm not roosting, he cannot touch this. Choice Specs, so there's not even any temptation to click Roost because they won't let me. So we're just going to keep firing off Hurricanes. A crit Hurricane should kill from full. Just gonna miss. We're hitting a fair amount of Hurricanes here, I will say that. Way more than Torn in the first battle. We're just firing off some Hurricanes, You can't really switch in. Eventually, there it is, we do get a crit. Eventually, between the Ice Beams and the Hurricanes, we hit him a lot. Still unfortunate, but so we're just gonna again fire off Hurricanes. PP is starting to get a little low. We're down to 5 hurricanes there. We're gonna, on an expected roost, we're gonna go hard into Zeraora, and that should win us the game. We Volt Switch, he has to go in here. Hurricane, as long as I hit the 2 hurricanes on the Mantine. Great. And now 1 more on the Shaman. Great. So, it won us the game as long as we hit our hurricanes. I got pretty lucky on hurricanes. Finally got the crit. So, luck was definitely my favorite in this one. There were some battles I definitely lucked my favorite. One I didn't, but, you know. Overall, I'm really happy with how this tour happened. Garchomp, it did exactly what I expected. Mew, I found challenging a lot. Definite move slot syndrome, because of course it's a Mew. It's literally the definition of move slot syndrome. And when I was mass prepping these battles, I did all 4 of these at once. I did all 3 of the others at once. It's a lot to take in with Mew. You have a lot that you can do all at once, and it's mentally tough. But I liked it. I wouldn't necessarily spend 18 points first round stuff. Probably not. But it is very good. And if you had more Z options or Medium Z, I think I'd like it even more. But, so, you know, it was alright. Not a glowing endorsement, but I don't unendorse. Garchomp did it. It's exactly what you expect. It's a Garchomp. And it did well. Zeraora, I still really like Zeraora. If you play it right, it's good for typically 1 or 2 kills a battle before it kills itself. It's not going to sweep. Don't try to use it as a sweeper. Typically, in my mind, that's what was my mistake the first time I had it. It can be surprisingly bulky. It can often run the Assault Vest. It can be decent electric switching because it is immune. Just some stuff. Pinch Berries, E-Belt, could be Life Orb if you really want. Hit hard. If it has Z-moves, even better. Hit hard. Do its thing. Have fun. It's a fun mon. It's not a phenomenal mon, but it's a big presence and it does its job. Melodic. Really, actually, I really enjoyed Melodic. Again, I had Moveslot Syndrome. So I typically wanted Scald, Ice Beam, Haze, Dragon Tail, and Recover. And a coverage move. Typically Haze or Dragon Tail, one or the other. But coverage move, Scald, Ice Beam. So like Hidden Power, Fire, Grass, whatever. So, you know. I really liked it. It's not my style, but it did really well. Moongus was probably MVP of the team. Well, Moongus and Moltres. I love Regen. I just typically have gone Tangrowth over Moongus because I like a lot of poison types. So I just went Tangrowth and got a different one. Spore is nice. With Sleep Claws, it can definitely be played around those. So not bad. Fortress. Without the Wish, it was really hard. The 4 times weakness, even on a team that had a couple others, so it wasn't, you know, necessarily, and it's not the most threatening one. So, because I had what 4 times weakness. It's still like you still were always in fear. No good bug stab was annoying. It just couldn't keep itself healthy enough. It couldn't quite take the hits. Fortress of Minimon, I've thought in practice for a long time would be really good. It's hard to use, I found, and that's probably just me. It's got a lot of the things I like. Volt Switch Momentum, good Assault Vest user. Well, kind of. It's actually less good than I thought as an Assault Vest user, but it's got, you know, Rapid Spin, which is always nice. T-Spike, Spike, Stealth Rocks, you've got all the hazards you want. But it's hard to bring and expect to leave, especially if they've got decent removal. It's tough. It is tough. Moltres was great. Rocks, massive problem. In power, massive problem. Rock Slide being everywhere, massive problem. Being your only flying type, Edgequake, massive problem. But it hits hard, it's got momentum, it's got options. What I ran Scarf, I ran Specs, I ran Agility, I ran Assault Vest Flame Charge. I ran Super Stall, like, and how much just did miss? Like, I brought Power Herb Solar Beam, and then if you can give it Z moves, I really like it even better with Z moves. It's something I definitely want to use again. But Z moves, you get Z Hurricane, Z Burn Up, Z Fire Blast, um, Z Solar Beam. You've got Z Sunny Day. Heck, and you get Sky Attack, Z Sky Attack at that point. You can run the physical sets a little more. Which is not the best physical, but it can do some things. So I really like Moltres. I know it's one that everyone has their own opinion on, and it's got a lot of flaws. But low tier, you can do a lot worse. It hits hard. You gotta have the right team for it. And I think it really wants Z moves, but I did a lot of different sets, and it did a lot of different things. The Scarf to take down the Zygarde. That was at +1. Obviously, the Fire Blast win. I screwed up really bad in the one, but had some fun stuff. The completely negating rock weakness on slower, in particular ground types, because you get rid of your fire typing and then you roost, and then you got no typing. It's bulky enough. What are you gonna do? Flame Body never really clicked in, but that's really nice too. Pressure if you want to stall. It's really nice. And resist U-turn, so you can get some cheeky little flame bodies too. Scrafty did really well too. I really like Scrafty. Those last two, I really debated a lot of things. I'm really glad I went Moltres Scrafty. I don't think I would have made it to the first round. And I wouldn't have had as much fun as I did if I didn't take them. So yeah, I'm really down with those two. Scrafty, the DD with the Choppel, it's really bulky. If you can get Moxie, I think you can make a bulky with Intimidate. You can stop them from semi-stop them from Toxic or T-waving as you set up. If you're running like bulk up sets, I really liked it. Had a lot of fun. So thank you to the Token Minorities for putting on the tournament. I was thinking I had a chance to make it out of the first round. I never really did that, but I made it to the second. Even won a battle in the second. I didn't make it through. Didn't make it to bracket. It's not a surprise, but had a lot of fun as we went. Hope you enjoyed this. I know it's long. Thank you for those who do decide to watch. This is the last, at least, last sit along, and that is planned. We'll see. Maybe there's a chance of a return on the road, but PCBL season is starting to wind close. I think we got 5 more weeks, and then I'm retired. Maybe I make playoffs. Not looking that great over there. Got a chance. It's a tough league, but oh, and the nicknames I never mentioned. So the nicknames are all players who important to me in draft, and then Amoonguss was named after different leagues that were important. So we had, if I'm remembering right, Cav the Mew from Team Skull, leader of Team Skull, from Owl and put him in PCBL and stuff like that. Garchomp was Honor. You all know Honor 6. He's plugged into every video. Doing a War Group series. Check it out. Zeraora was named after Tsumami. He loves electric types. From the original front office, Melodic, named after Jack. He's helped the Team Skull build and is the DGBA GOAT. Fight me on it. That's thanks to Jack. I believe he's still in, and I don't know how he's doing in the second round, but I'm hoping he does well. He's a really good player. It's way better than me. Amoonguss, as I said, was named in the leagues. PCBL, UPC, and DGBA you see there. I also put Owl, and TTBL, which is where I meant Honor, and the gang. So, Fortress was named after Splurge, Splurgy Boy. Go check him out. I know he's in a bunch of leagues and he's uploading and whatnot, so do check out Splurge as well. Moltres was named after Haz, because he likes the watching of burps, and Moltres is an OG watching a burp. And Scrafty was named after Sketch because he loves Scrafty, and he's a sketchy boy. So, there we go. Have a nice day, everybody, because Coach Oak said so. Once again, thank you to everyone who's been involved in any of my Draft League stuff over the last couple of years. Thank you to the Token Minorities for putting on the tournament. Done a couple of them now. They're always great. Like Summer Showdown, March Madness, all that stuff. Join if you like this stuff. If you've got no idea what's going on, these are great for helping learn. Quick chance to use some mods. Great fun. Have a nice day, everybody, because Coach Oak said so, and I will see you all next time.